Hey, what up? It's Sam Rossi. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to avoid creeps. By creeps, I mean people that you don't know who may come up to you and be creepy towards you, obviously. On my channel in a previous video, I talked about how to avoid harassment from people that you may have met already. This is slightly different, so hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated with my content, and let's get right into it. Small disclaimer, it sucks that I have to make content like this. It is not the responsibility of the victim to prevent creeps. It is the responsibility of creeps to prevent creeps. So don't be creepy, but because we can't just snap our fingers and make it go away, you can use these tips to help avoid being creeped on in public by strangers. So whether you're at the gym by yourself or at a bar or walking on the streets, wherever, you can use these tips to avoid being targeted. So make sure you share this video with the other women that you know and love. Tip number 1, be aware of how you carry yourself. You have the right to exist unbothered and undisturbed in any public place. So that means hold your head up high, put your shoulders back, take up space. Sit in your chair, literally just put yourself out there. You do not have to make yourself small for anyone. You have every right to exist no matter where you are. And simply by adopting these small behavior changes is going to create an aura of security and confidence around you that will help yourself avoid being targeted by creepy people. And this advice doesn't just apply to avoiding creeps. It will literally also help your self-image and your self-confidence. So this is one of my favorite tips, and I suggest that you implement it. Tip number 2 for avoiding creeps: make strategic connections. So that means introducing yourself to the bartender, introducing yourself to the doorman at your apartment, talking to the front desk staff at your gym. Making these strategic connections and making these people aware of your presence is going to help deter creeps. It is the duty of these people who work in these positions to protect you, the customer, and keep you safe. It is part of the job description. So give them the opportunity to do that. Make them aware of your presence. Make them aware of who you are. So if anything does happen, you can go to them and they'll be much more ready and willing and able to help you because they've made that connection with you. That's not to say that they wouldn't help someone who they haven't met before, but because you've initiated that connection, because you've opened that line of communication, people are going to be much more ready and willing to look out for you and pay attention to you. Bonus to this tip, you can also ask these people, the bartenders, the front desk staff, the doormen, if they know who you should talk to and who you should avoid. This is about being proactive and avoiding putting yourself in places where there are creeps. Because a lot of these people, they know, they hear through the grapevine or they see with their own 2 eyes which people you should avoid, and they will be happy to tell you. So proactivity is key with this bonus little tip. Tip number 3, this is another one of my favorites. It doesn't specifically have to do with avoiding creeps. It's actually a tip that when implemented will improve your life, improve your confidence, and just it makes me happier, honestly. And the tip is to practice situational awareness. This is actually something that pilots do when in their training because it helps them become aware of the space around them so they can do their job effectively and not, cause a plane crash or anything like that. So what is situational awareness? Situational awareness is simply being aware of your surroundings. That means put your phone down and just take a minute to look around. What can you see? What can you smell? What can you hear? What is the general vibe going on around you? Where are the exits? Who is sitting near you? Is anyone behaving strangely? Just ask these questions, go through that mental list, and keep track of your surroundings. Another important thing to ask yourself: where is your purse? Is it vulnerable to pickpocketing, or is your purse in a safe location where you can see if anyone is trying to get into it? This is situational awareness, and this will help you, again, develop this aura of confidence and security that will deter creeps from talking to you in the first place. When you have situational awareness, it'll be much harder for people to catch you off guard or in a vulnerable moment, and that's what creepy people look for. They look for people who aren't aware. Now, I just want to say there's a little caveat to this. These tips are not meant to deter people from talking to you. I know as a woman, and a lot of women know, that men and other people do come up to us to have a conversation. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're creepy. Maybe they're just looking to socialize. Maybe they just want to introduce themselves. These people are not creeps. But this behavior that I'm teaching you in these tips is going to help you make it so that the only people who do approach you are those friendly people who are looking for conversation, not creeps. Now again, don't forget that you can decline a conversation. You can politely and respectfully say, look, I'm not interested. I'm enjoying my alone time, but thank you so much for introducing yourself. It's nice to meet you. No problem with that. The key to avoiding creeps is being proactive with the way that you carry yourself and being aware of your surroundings, as well as having the connections in place to protect yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Again, creeps are people who look for the vulnerable and the people who are not self-aware and who don't have social support. So by implementing these tips, you are checking each one of those boxes to help you avoid creepy, disgusting, disturbing people. Thanks again for watching. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated with my content, and I will see you next time.